Morning, everybody. We are getting out a little earlier than we've been, 6:48. So getting for a little longer walk. But 53 degrees. I may have underestimated the chilliness of 53 degrees in a tank top. So it's gonna be a little brisk on the walk. Thought about putting on my shirt already for work, but the video is uploading right now. Went to bed 10 o'clock, 10:10, something like that. I know I had to go downstairs and kick little man upstairs because he was in the window barking at that time. So did set my alarm for earlier and it was like, no, snooze. So, okay, so this particular tank top works really well with the microphone. I'm trying to keep track of what ones work better. This one is a little snugger. And the loose fitting ones were the ones I have problems. I did, like I said, find Saturday, I put one of my, it was the Subaru card behind it to try to give it a little more surface area. It did help. It looks like you have another hair on your lens. I feel like I need to clean the lenses maybe. I don't see anything on them, but every once in a while in light, when it hits it like that, it kind of does some weird stuff. So, but good morning, happy Tuesday. And holiday weekend over, back to normal. 4:30 today is what I'm working, 8 to 4:30. And then tomorrow I'm going to extend myself an hour, just under, so I don't have to take a lunch. So I'm going to end up working 8 to 2-ish, right before. Make sure I don't get over 6 hours so I don't have a meal exception. And then Friday I'm going to go in at 10:30 so I can make up my other hour. So I have my full week, because, yeah, I want my 40 hours. What are we doing here, princess? If it wasn't for the handle, I wouldn't be able to do those shots too easy. As much as it does add weight to this thing, but it's so helpful. I'm getting used to it. Oh, yeah. And the last clip last night, because I had the camera idle for a little bit. Microphones weren't connected again. I don't know. And like I said, I'll have to show you, every one of these road wires for the iPhone has split and there's like a little piece of wire sticking out of it. I don't think it's actually affecting it. I think they just time out and quit working. Sunday, honestly, I didn't use the microphones the whole day. Just when we did the underwater stuff, I took them off and then I was doing low angle shots and playing around with the 10-foot pole. What are we watching? Come on, Priya. Priya, baby. Priya. I don't know what she's watching. Come on, we gotta walk. Let's go. Come on. We ain't got all day. Come on. Daddy's gotta go work. Let's go. Come on. And back to focusing. What is she watching? This dog sees things. I don't know. Do you see ghosts or something, puppy? And for any of you that are curious about the whole underwater situation, yes, it scared the living hell out of me. And no, I have not had any adverse effects. So what I was doing is every time I pulled the phone back out of the river, kind of like, with the Apple Watch, when if you take a shower, go swimming with it, you put it in water mode and then it makes like a sound and blows out the speakers. I would just go into my music app and, play a song that had decent amount of bass. I made the first mistake, though, of playing a Taylor Swift song, and Mike's like, do not. Apparently, he went to school with her. He commented that she is fake as hell. So, that's from someone that went to school with her. Hey, I'm not going to argue. But yeah, so he actually knows her from high school. I didn't realize they were... I keep forgetting. See, Mike and Tim, I don't take notice that our age gap is so big. Tim more than Mike, because Tim's what, 20? He's gonna be 21, I think, this year. So yeah, I'm 45. Yeah, quite a gap there. Not really sure how old Mike is. He's in his 20s, I think. Anyway, I'm sure he'll let me know now. Anyway, back to the whole sticking your iPhone in water. So if you decide to try that trick, I do recommend when you get it out, just put a song on that has some, good bass, that the speakers vibrate real well, and it was shooting the water out of the bottom and the upper microphone. And it's funny because it's like a little garbled at first, and you can hear it clear up and sound, once you start hearing music sound more normal, you figure you got most of it out. Lightning port, I just kept kind of blowing it out. I should have something with me. I wasn't planning on doing that. To kind of stick in the lightning port maybe, that would clear up some of the water, because then it kept giving me issues that there was water in the lightning port and it didn't want to charge, and I wasn't charging, I was using the microphones. But they did work, so very impressed. The only thing I had was, because the water was so cold and the air temperature, when I pulled out, the lenses were fogging. I thought I was getting moisture behind the lenses, but it was not the case. When I pulled it out of the cage, I just kind of like wiped it against my shirt, and it took that right off. It was just the lens, the temperature difference. So I will say the GoPro looks better though. The iPhone is maybe a last resort. It's not quite as clear. Tried 2 different apps. The main camera app, which worked just fine. Cinema P3, it kept switching into menu, but it was actually water droplets running across the screen when I'd pulled out of the water, and it was activating menus. It's funny because here recently, Mateo has a much bigger fascination with robins and birds mainly. He sees them and he wants to go up and say hi to them. I think because he's gone to the vet with the lovebird. He's like, "What are you doing out of your cage? What are you doing, princess? Come on." She's acting a little weird. Keeps looking behind her like something's chasing her. Come on, Priya. Come on, pudding pie. Come on, trailer. So many names for her. Boy, were they tired though the other night. Wow. She was sleeping on her back on the floor, letting the air from the fan blow over. It's very cute. Oh, sweetie. Yeah, so we're gonna try a little trick because Princess, we really need to get her dew claws cut. She's tripping on them specifically. So Terry is getting a jar of peanut butter because Mateo's allergic, so she quit buying it. I think she must have thrown out what we had. Well, so his allergy report says he's allergic to it. Seems like that's just all bogus waste of $1,000 that we spent. But anywho, so we're gonna try to put a little spoon of peanut butter in front of her while I attempt to cut her nail. Cut those 2 at least. I did try to cut them. She freaks out. She did not like that at all. And it's just, might need a muzzle. I should have told her to pick up a muzzle too, because when we took her to the vet, I used to have to literally hold her with all my might. Then they used to try to do it in the back room, and you could just hear her screaming like they were killing her, which they weren't. They knew what they were doing. Do have the Dremel. I could put on low speed so it's not making too much noise with one of the little grinding wheels and maybe file it down, but we got to do something here. What's wrong, buddy? Come on. He got sap on the bottom of his paw. He's got a pine needle on there. He's running down the sidewalk on 3 legs, trying to flick it off. There it goes. Come here. Oh, you got more than 1 pine needle. Holy buckets, dude. You still got a whole ton more. He's wearing his pine sap cologne now on his putties. Yeah, let's clean him off. Or him walking will eventually wear it off.
Phone, because I'm going to be able to turn away.
What you doing, cutie pie? What you doing, little fox face? Oh, you got a little fox face.
Really does.
Good evening, everybody. Again, a little earlier than last night. The sun's not quite down. We're about 30 minutes ahead of time. Come on, snoozy doozy. Well, everybody was all after dinner passed out on the couches, and he was in his little puppy bed next to Terry, but it's time to go for a walk. He was out so cold, he didn't even notice me hooking him up. Waiting on you, princess, as always. See, I did my business. I'm doing good. Oh, leave the bunny alone. Jesus Christmas Christ, he was hiding. I'll teach him. Glad she didn't break the line. That bunny might be having a bad night. Oh, yeah. Beautiful out now. Again, 91 degrees. Come on, bunny, go somewhere further. We're walking right behind you, dude. You gotta get more than 10 feet in front of us. And he stops again. City bunny rabbit. Tail's hunting now. Now breathe. They're gonna move you. Yeah, stop. He's like leading us. Oh, come on, let's leave him alone. Leave him alone. Come on. Leave him alone. You dumb dogs. We got a couple natural hunters here. Jesus. They're tracking his little ass. You know, we went around and got up in front of him. So now he's safe. Yeah, let's see if we can get another good one tonight. Ooh, that's even better than last night without pulling it down. That's pretty. Alright. I know. I'll get the big camera out later, maybe.